Trade management is going to be performed in this manner. As I see it as it to be true for now, until at a point where on a numerous trades that it proves me incorrect. But this is the path that I will pursue. Trade is going to be in this manner. There's going to be essentially a reversal that occurs. And at this point, I will be in here, in the trade. And if the trade goes up, then I expect to add at this point. And if it keeps going up, then I expect to make a sale right there. Okay, that's how things will work. But if for some reason, after I enter, it drops, okay, then my stop loss will take care of it here, okay? That's the stop loss right there. Okay, that'd be entry. And here's where I will add. And then profit. Okay, right there. That's how it's going to be. The reality is, what also it can happen is there could be a couple things that could be happening. One of them, this could be essentially, it could essentially be like this. Drops, moves up, drops, just like that. Hang on, right here. Okay. So it could be like this. Okay, like that. Also, it could be just like that. I could be looking at I could be essentially trading within this region here. Right there. I could be trading in this region where if I were to keep holding, it'll be at a point where I would be at a loss. Because this could be the trend right there. Right there. That can be a channel right here. Okay, that could be the channel right here. But I could be looking at this as a trade here. Because if I get in here and then don't take a profit, I could be at this point where most of my profits would be diminished. So then the idea is for me to make this work. That's scenario one. That's trade management scenario one. The other part is what can happen is perhaps it's like this and like that. It's moving up like that. And then it could be that it could do this, and it could go up like that. That's another scenario that I can see. But anything in the side, I will forgo. So that's scenario number, that would be scenario number 2. Okay. All right, just like that. So that's the scenario that I have. And if that's the case, I could get in here at a certain point to continue on this journey, on this trade, or figure out something about, whether it's going to be a reversal or whether it's going to be a continuation. And that's something that's going to be considered later in the future experience that I will build for myself to enhance my portfolio for growth as a day trader. That's the path that I've chosen. Now, one other interesting thing that I've noticed about this is that when the trade goes against me, then I get out. Okay? That's the scenario that I have. I have an entry here, and then as soon as it's here, I exit right. I add here. But if the trade does not go in my way, it's going to stop out. That's going to be stop loss number 1. Now I will set another stop loss right around here. After I enter, I add a position here, which will essentially have a gain here and then a gain here, but it would drop, which would be essentially a break even. Okay? That's the way that I would trade. Just like that. And it is possible for me to, when I add it possibly with a greater size. And as it keeps climbing, that I could add and add and add by incrementing the stop losses, adding to it and adding with a greater stop loss point, such that I keep my gain. That's the idea. And when I'm correct, I'm going to be huge, and I'm going to keep it longer. But if I'm incorrect, then I'm going to be minimum size, then I'm going to get out. Okay? So when the trade goes against me, then I get out. But when the trade goes in my way, then I will add with bigger size and hold it longer. And continue adding until at a point where my thesis becomes null and void. And that completes my trade. In the meantime, my strategy is to add new setups. Okay. In the meantime, my strategy is to add new setups. And also find ways and enhance my trading skill set and increase my size and hold longer. That is section 10 of a trade. That's the path that I will utilize. As I improve on my setup entry, as my efficacy increases, that means that this method of adding to a winner and then creating a stop loss to exit the trade when things are incorrect will become a bigger and bigger and bigger result as my development as a day trader increases. That's the path that I am moving towards. And stop loss has always been a positive to day trading, because initially when I start out, my efficacy is going to be far less than having experience, because my win to loss ratio is going to be very low. That means that this is imperative at the onset of day trading. Crossing over to being experienced now, this is an integral part, despite the fact that it is on a daily basis an improvement into my trading. That is A Trade number 10.